and then the last is the stomach. Okay, let's start with the oral cavity. Unfortunately, I failed to demonstrate the tooth, but next time I will ask the help of the dentist doctors. Okay, first slide. So this is the tongue. So for the tongue slide, you have two slides, 22 and 23. So this is slide 23. So for the tongue, you're going to locate and identify the three types of lingual papillae. You have your filiform. Okay, the filiform is pointed, okay, tall and pointed, tapering. Then the fungiform papilla, which is muscular in shape. And the third one is your circumvolute papilla. This is the largest of the four. The other one, we don't have any slides for the fully lingual papilla. Okay, so the whole structure is your circumvolute papilla. This is a demonstration slide, as mentioned in our manual. This is slide 23. And this is not issued to you because there are very few of slide 23. Mabukaan pa na. Okay, the section has a difficulty on purchasing additional or replacement slides. So, demo. So this is your circumvolute papilla. Okay, so it is lined. Okay, those are your connective tissue. These are lined. It is lined by a stratified squamous epithelium non-keratinized or wet type of stratified squamous epithelium. And this is the lamina propria. Okay, we have here the lamina propria. So at the sides of the circumvolute papilla, you will see here the receptors. These are your taste buds. Okay, taste buds. So then the invagination of the epithelium into the lamina propria will form what you call as your threads. Okay, so threads. Okay, so let's go downward. Then, seriously, you move, okay? We go downward. This is, you will find there the clusters of serous acini. This is known as your serous glands of von Ebner. Now in certain areas, you can find mucous acini. So you can find there's mentioned manual, you have serous and mucous, okay? So this is the serous. This is the serous gland of von Ebner. So these are the skeletal muscles. Okay, your tongue is made up of skeletal muscles. Okay. So next slide. Next slide. Okay. So next, you're going to study now the three major salivary glands. You have your parotid gland, the sublingual, and the submaxillary gland. Okay. So this is the parotid gland. So it is totally covered by a fibrous capsule. This is the capsule of the parotid gland. Then from the capsule, extension from the capsule towards the substance of the parotid gland or the parenchyma forms what you call, this is your interlobular septa. The interlobular septa divides the parenchyma of the organ into lobules. So this is one lobule, this is another lobule. Okay? See, move down. Okay. So each lobule is purely made up of serous acini because the parotid gland is a purely serous gland. Right? Okay, it is purely serous gland. So you will see here serous acini. Okay. The next thing that you are going to locate and identify is the parts, the interlobular, the duct system. This is the interlobular duct. This is another interlobular duct. It is called interlobular duct because it is found in the interlobular septa. So the interlobular septa is situated between two lobules. This is one lobule, this is another lobule. So this is your interlobular septa that divides the parenchyma into lobules. So you have the interlobular duct. The duct is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. There are ducts that contain secretions like this one. These are the secretions. Okay? Then, the second type of duct that you're going to locate is the intralobular duct. These are your intralobular duct. Intralobular duct. It is called as intra because it is situated within or inside the lobule, and it is surrounded by a sinus. Interlobular surrounded by connective tissue. That is the difference between the two. Inter in between lobules surrounded by the interlobular septa. Intra inside the lobule surrounded by the sinus. And usually the intralobular ducts are smaller in size compared to the inter. Okay? So this is the appearance of the parenchyma of the parotid gland. So this is what you will see in your slides later when you study. Next gland. Okay, the sublingual gland. The sublingual gland is a mixed gland. It contains mostly mucus acini and few serous. Okay, so the ratio is 30 mucus to 5 serous acini. So these are your mucus acini. Okay, so recall the characteristic of the mucus acinos. Okay, or mucus cells. Okay, so the nuclei are pushed towards the periphery. The cytoplasm is basophilic and reticulated, and then the secretory cells surround a large lumen. Okay, so these are your mucus. And then again, you look for you locate and identify your inter and intralobular duct. Okay, so this is your interlobular duct, and this is the intralobular duct. And then you have here, this is the serous acinos. Okay, look at that, mucus, plenty of mucus, then one serous acinos. Is that clear? Okay, next. Okay, this is again the interlobular duct. Interlobular duct. Interlobular duct. Okay. Okay. Next. This is the submaxillary gland. The submaxillary gland, or otherwise known as your submandibular gland, is a mixed gland again. But this time it is abundantly serous, very few mucus. So you will see a lot of serous acini. Okay? So in one slide, you have there, that is 21B, you have there the two glands, the sublingual and the submandibular. So before focusing the slides, you examine it with your own naked eye, you will see a small structure at the periphery. So that is the submaxillary or the submandibular. The larger part is the larger paler part is the sublingual. The submaxillary is darker. Okay, so you have there a lot of serous acini. And then these are your duct. Okay, and there your intralobular duct. And then so I will just show later the serous development. Okay, so that is what's this? The three salivary glands. Okay, let's proceed to the superficial.